What if I told you the study techniques you've used your entire life, like rereading your notes, highlighting textbooks, making color coded summaries, are scientifically proven to be almost worthless? A massive research review analyzed hundreds of studies and found that the three most popular student study methods rank dead last for effectiveness. Meanwhile, the technique that works best is the one almost nobody uses. Stick around, because what you're about to learn could completely transform your grades without spending more time studying. I'm going to share something that changed my entire academic life. Today, we will uncover the three techniques you need to stop relying on, the science behind why active recall demolishes every other learning method, and three practical strategies you can implement immediately, no matter what subject you're studying. And if you want more research-backed productivity content, consider subscribing. Let's dive in. Three popular techniques that are failing. Number one, rereading. You know that feeling of reading through your textbook again and again, hoping it'll stick. Professor John Dunlosky analyzed hundreds of learning studies and rated rereading as low utility. A 2016 paper put it bluntly: passive, repetitive reading produces little or no benefit for learning, yet it's still the most popular study strategy among students. Why? Because it feels productive. You are doing something. But feeling busy doesn't equal effective learning. Number two, highlighting and underlining. This one hurts because we all love our colorful highlighters, but Dunlosky's research also rated highlighting as low utility. It barely improves performance in most situations. Even worse, it may actually hurt your performance on higher level tasks that require inference making, exactly what most exams demand from you. Dunlosky calls highlighting a safety blanket, something students cling to despite its ineffectiveness. It looks like studying, it doesn't deliver results. Number three, summarizing and note making before you panic. Yes, this includes those beautiful notes you post on Instagram. Dunlosky rated summarizing as low utility as well. It can work if you're already skilled at identifying key information, but most students need extensive training to summarize effectively, and even when done properly, it's middle of the pack compared to other techniques. I'll be honest, I love making pretty notes, but I learned not to mistake them for actual revision. They are a starting point, not the finish line. The technique that actually works, active recall. Here's where everything changes. Active recall, also called practice testing, is rated as high utility by research. The core principle: retrieving information from your brain strengthens neural connections far more than putting information in. This is completely counterintuitive. We think learning means absorbing information. Science proves learning happens when we extract information. Let me show you three studies that demonstrate just how powerful this is. Study 1 dates back to 1939. Students who took a practice test after studying performed 10 to 15% better than students who just studied normally, whether tested a day or a week later. This worked for high achievers and struggling students alike. Study 2 from 2010 compared students who restudied material versus students who took practice tests. The practice test group scored 30% higher on some measures. That's enormous from a single change. Study 3 from 2011. Researchers divided students into 4 groups. Group 1, read the text once. Group 2, read it 4 times. Group 3, read once and made a mind map. Group 4 read once and practiced active recall. Guess who won? The active recall group outperformed everyone on both memorization and inference questions. Reading once and testing yourself beat reading 4 times. Here's the kicker. Before the study, researchers asked students which technique would work best. Students predicted repeated reading would win and active recall would fail. Our intuitions about learning are completely backwards. 3 ways to use active recall starting today. Strategy 1. Anki flashcards. Anki is a digital flashcard app with a spaced repetition algorithm. As you rate cards easy, medium, or hard, the app schedules them intelligently. Easy cards in weeks, hard cards in minutes. This works brilliantly for memorizing specific facts, study citations, or complex mechanisms. Strategy 2. Notes. With the book closed, instead of copying from textbooks, try this. Study a topic, close the book, then write everything you remember. Afterward, check what you missed and fill the gaps. I use this for exams. I created 20 essay plans early in the semester, then repeatedly drew diagrams from memory. By exam time, I had 20 complete essays with 10 references each memorized. It produced my best academic performance ever. Strategy 3. Write questions instead of notes. This is based on the Cornell method rather than taking traditional lecture notes. Write questions based on the material when revising. Answer those questions. Drop a comment. Which of these 3 strategies are you going to try first? Why this works. The underlying principle is simple. Cognitive effort creates stronger memories. Passive techniques like reading and highlighting require minimal effort. Your brain coasts. Active techniques like testing yourself require significant effort. Your brain strengthens. You're literally building more durable neural pathways through retrieval practice. The harder you work to recall information, the stronger that information sticks. Let's bring this together. Most students work incredibly hard, but use techniques scientifically proven to be ineffective. Your academic success might be happening in spite of your study methods, not because of them. Here's the truth. You don't need to study more, you need to study smarter. The research spans over 100 years and hundreds of studies. The evidence is overwhelming. The only question left is, will you actually apply it? Your future grades are waiting.
If this made you see something familiar in a completely new way, hit subscribe.
There's a tiny bit more where this came from.
Once you start seeing, you can't unsee.
See you in the next video.